How can one prove hell and heaven exist? Especially if someone wants to prove it scientifically and logically to an atheist.
Right. As I just said earlier, that we don't have to prove anything scientifically. Why? Because science needs to advance itself so that it can start discussing metaphysical affairs. Okay? Science is all about this physical world. And what I say, and I've said it many times before, that the scope and the domain of science is too narrow, that the metaphysical world does not fit. Okay, so people who demand that, oh, I need a scientific evidence, a scientific argument, I don't think they understand. They don't understand anything, neither science nor deen. Okay, nor the metaphysical world. So science is out. One more point is that science is always changing, and scientists have never said that we have made all discoveries, no more scientific discoveries from now on, and we have reached the final stage, the final limit. No scientist will ever make that statement. Science is all about discoveries, discovering new things. So if something is constantly changing, how can it discover, or can it be an evidence about something that never changes? Okay, meaning aqaid. Aqidah doesn't change. Opinion changes. Okay, but aqaid do not change. Now, can we prove Jannah and Jahannam logically? Of course we can. But for that, we have to prove Allah. If a person, suppose you're talking to an atheist, he doesn't believe in God. He doesn't believe in God's existence. Why would you even talk to him about Jannah and Jahannam? They are a secondary thing. The primary thing is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala exists. And not only he exists with his sifat and with his qualities. Among his qualities is adl, al-adl, that he is all just. So how would he serve justice, and how would he establish justice if there is no hell and if there is no paradise? So the existence of hell and the existence of Jannah, paradise, it is must. Why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is al-adl. One can say, well, I don't believe that Allah is al-adl. I don't believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is all just. Okay, then we ask, what about people? Are we just? Yes, we are. We like justice. Justice is a very important value in our life. Whether you are just or not practically, but you theoretically like to be just. So justice is a noble quality. And we believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is a supreme being. If a noble quality exists in us and does not exist in Allah, then we are the supreme being, not Allah. And Allah is the supreme being. So justice has to exist as a characteristic of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in a stronger form than it exists in us. But without Jannah and Jahannam, it is not possible that the manifestation of justice ever happens. So Jannah and Jahannam have to be there if we believe that Allah is just, and Allah has to be just. So this is how we can easily prove. See, we can give logical reasoning, but we won't give scientific reasoning, because science cannot reach even outside of this universe. Okay, it obviously won't get into. It will never be able to discover, hell or hellfire or paradise. It is not possible. It is beyond its domain and beyond its scope.
Absolutely. We know that many people, subhanAllah, have come to Islam actually through the discoveries of, they find that how science just found out these discoveries that, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said many centuries, many years ago, and 1400 years ago. So this is also one way that, science is still catching up and trying to.
Yeah, some people who think that, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said this 1400 years ago, and science is saying this thing now. What if science changes its position tomorrow? Now the problem is the guy who accepted Islam because of the scientific discovery. Tomorrow the scientific discovery changes, and then are you out of Islam now? Then your iman is not on Allah. Your iman is in science. Okay? So this person should not be Abdullah. He should be Abdul Science. So it is, people need to understand the basics. People need to understand the Islamic epistemology. Okay, it is very important. We can use scientific discoveries and scientific theories as mu'ayyid, When we say mu'ayyid, meaning secondary evidence. The primary evidence is never any scientific discovery. The primary evidence is the Quran and Sunnah. And yes, we understand the Quran and Sunnah with the help of our rationality and logic, but science can be used as a secondary evidence. So if tomorrow it changes, who cares?